Now it's time to take a stand, yeah.
Come on! Cause this is the revolution, the people's revolution. This is the revolution.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Good night, my UNC family. Senator Leida spoke for 15 minutes and I get tired. Let's give Senator Leida a round of applause again, please. Thank you to our wonderful speakers who came before me. You guys were fantastic tonight. My parliamentary colleagues, senators, councillors and aldermen, NATEX members, our loyal foot soldiers and party activists, members of the media, and of course, I want to say a special thank you to our leader, the woman who is going to save our beloved country when she becomes the next Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. My UNC family, as you know, I hail from the beautiful constituency of Mayaro. And over the weekend, when it became known that I was carded to speak here tonight, many of my constituents reached out to me. Paray, when you speak on Monday night, let the entire country know one thing, that the people of Mayaro are fed up with this wicked, corrupt, and useless Rowley PNM government. They say, Paray, tell Rowley, the people of Mayaro say we need real leadership. Trinidad and Tobago needs leadership of the UNC under Kamla Persad-Bissessar, and tell them Mayaro say so. Brothers and sisters, Keith Rowley has taken our nation to the edge of an abyss. Murders have now crossed over 535, and that was the last figure at writing, and I suspect by the time I done talk tonight, it might be 540. I am sure it is going to increase before the night is over. And where is Dr. Keith Rowley? He's busy playing golf. We are on track to record over 600 murders this year, the highest in our country's history. Some people have told me that Dr. Rowley is like the Roman Emperor Nero. While all of Rome was burning from a devastating fire, Nero was busy playing his fiddle, hence the expression, fiddling while Rome burns. Murders are on track to reach the highest rate in our history, and Keith Rowley is busy playing golf and complaining about the West Indies cricket team on Facebook. But you know, I do not believe Keith Rowley is like Nero. Keith Rowley is like another emperor called Caligula. Caligula was a mad emperor. He was so mad that he promoted his horse to a general in the army. But I telling you, Rowley madder than this man. Dr. Rowley has made his donkey the Minister of National Security. I argue that our economy is in shambles. Dr. Rowley has reduced this once proud energy sector into a scrap iron industry. And the man even so bad, he shut that down too. How much crazier and irrelevant as a leader of a country can you get? Thousands of businesses have closed, as Senator Leida said. Hundreds of thousands of families are now living on the breadline. The last estimate, there were 200,000 citizens of this country who are living on the poverty line. And we have a Prime Minister who has completely abandoned his job and the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Dr. Rowley, golf is a game that is loved by those in retirement. And since you clearly are in retirement mode, just do the nation a favor and call the damn election and step down. Call the election and let a real leader, Kamla Persad-Bissessar, take this country forward. My friends, I want to talk tonight about a very serious issue now. Recently, the United States government issued a very damning travel advisory on Trinidad and Tobago. Now allow me to read a few lines from it. Trinidad and Tobago raised to level 3. What does this mean? Reconsider travel to Trinidad and Tobago due to crime. Exercise increased caution in Trinidad and Tobago due to terrorism and kidnapping. Well, that first paragraph says it all. But it goes on, ladies and gentlemen. It goes on to say that in Trinidad and Tobago, you will experience violent crime, such as murder, robbery, assault, sexual assault, home invasion, and kidnapping is common. And this is not the UNC saying this, you know. This is the United States government through its State Department. Gang activity such as narcotics trafficking is common. A significant portion of violent crime is gang related. This is very serious, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine if you are a US citizen and you are looking for some way to spend your vacation or a country to invest your business in, the first thing you would do is go and check the US State Department advisory. And what you're going to find under Trinidad and Tobago is reconsider travel. What reconsider mean? Don't go. What tourist or investor will feel confident to travel to a country when its State Department is telling them violent crime such as murder, robbery, assault, sexual assault, home invasion, and kidnapping is common? But you know, to all of us here in Trinidad and Tobago, we already know that. We know that we have to think long and hard to decide whether we will go out with our families tonight, anywhere in Trinidad and Tobago. As Senator Leiter said, they're shooting in front of Starbucks. That is the state of our country. Local business owners know that unless they can afford to install 100 CCTV camera and pay through your teeth for security, you may as well close down the business and go home. Because you do not have a fighting chance against the bandits in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States is by far and large our biggest trading partner. And this advisory is yet another devastating blow to our economy. And as usual, the PM regime has said nothing about it. I hear Rowley saying next year, we will see the mother of all carnival. Well, unless tourists come from another planet, well, we ain't no way to get all them people from. That will be the mother of all lies. You know, last year, a businessman from Chaguanas was brutally murdered outside his business place. And a well-known PNM blogger took to Facebook to say that the businessman was stupid for opening the business too late in the evening. Could you believe, as exposed some time ago, earlier this week or last week, that same PNM blogger is being paid thousands of taxpayers' dollars from this government. 30,000 a month. So the PNM was taking the very same tax dollar that that same businessman who get gunned down, trying to earn a decent living, to pay this blogger to badmouth him while he lying down, dead, in front of the business place. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the PNM way. Shameful. Shameful. My friends, what international investors look for can be summed up in one word: confidence. They want to have the confidence that their investment will be safe. And if any problems arise, they have the confidence that they can rely on strong institutions to work for them. That is, they look for a place where the rule of law is strong, where there is less red tape, where they can access an educated labor force, and where there is long-term economic planning. My friends, all these matrices T and T is failing badly. Which investor will have confidence in a legal system where the government's attorney general stands accused of acting miles outside of the law in drafting an indemnity for a state witness in a criminal matter? On top of that, no police investigation has been commenced in this matter. How more shameful these independent institutions can get? Which investor can have confidence in an education system where students can record themselves beating a principal and not a word from the Minister of Education? Worse still, which investor can look on at the sight of primary school children ducking from gunfire from gangs while their prime minister is busy golfing and think that's a country? Which investor will think that's a country that I want my business to develop in? Who wants to invest in a nation that is consumed with so much red tape and bureaucracy that you can use it to tie a ribbon around the whole country twice? That is the level of business constriction that we have in Trinidad and Tobago, brothers and sisters. But my friends, the answer is not one investor. That is why we haven't been able to attract one single major FDI project in Trinidad and Tobago in 7 years. And under Kamala predecessor, we were attracting approximately $1.5 billion US per year under the Kamala predecessor administration. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not only the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago that has lost faith in Rowley, but the whole world has lost faith in Rowley. Brothers and sisters, the ineptitude of Rowley and his cabinet has wrecked our small and medium-sized business sector, causing the shutdown of more than 6,000 businesses, as said by Senator Leida. In all of this, it means that Trinidad and Tobago is losing its middle class. Our middle-income earners are becoming the working poor because they are losing their jobs or their businesses have been forced to close down. Many of them are victims of vicious crimes. Many are putting their homes on the market, fleeing to other countries. We are suffering the worst brain drain since the 1980s, when people abandoned their homes and fled to greener pastures. I remind you that the middle class spends money on goods and services and therefore helps to keep businesses alive and people employed. They are the stirrers of the economy. The loss of a country's middle class is a disturbing step towards the collapse of an economy and the collapse of an entire society, which we are on the brink of. The PNM has destroyed the middle class, and in the process, they've created two classes of people. The wealthy, that is the friends and family and financiers of the PNM, and the working poor, which is the rest of it. Those of you who used to be in the middle class may now find yourself as part of the working poor just to pay your bills and keep your head above water. My brothers and sisters, as I conclude, there is not a single area in which the disastrous Rowley government has performed even reasonably well. Not a single one. Rowley has taken Trinidad and Tobago to the doorstep of anarchy, with a small number of armed thugs being permitted to wreak havoc throughout this land. Rowley's legacy would forever be the leader who destroyed this country's social fabric, led the gruesome deaths of thousands of people, and steered us into grinding poverty, joblessness, and turmoil. He has ruined our goal of a successful small state. He would be remembered as the Prime Minister who created a pull and tug with the United States, our major trading partner and hemispheric ally. History would remember him for destroying the economy and leading to a historic flight of competent professionals and patriotic business people. That, brothers and sisters, is the scorecard of Prime Minister Keith Rowley. My UNC family, this government has collapsed. They have no legislative agenda. They have no accomplishments. And now, they have all gone silent due to the Nelson Gate scandal. A collapsed government will soon lead to a collapsed society. They need to go now more than ever. We need the vision and leadership of the United National Congress. We need the leadership of a true patriot who is fearless and unwavering in her commitment to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, Kamala Persad Bissessa. My brothers and sisters, may God continue to bless our political leader. May God continue to bless the United National Congress. And may God continue to bless Trinidad and Tobago. Good night.
If you cut me, you go see blood.